Welcome to a special edition of Podcrawlers. We're going to call this our Wrestling Rant.
Wrestling Rant 08.
That's right. I'm Kelly.
I'm Eric.
And
We should have came up with wrestler names for this episode.
I thought I already had a wrestler name.
Oh yeah, you do. All right, let's rewind.
I'm Special KO.
And I am Eliminator. Just to preface this, we know wrestling's fake. We know it's scripted.
What?
One of us knows it's scripted.
It's still real to me.
So, us talking and ranting about this is no different than Lost fans or Desperate Housewives fans, talking about the writing and the acting. So, if you're holier than thou, just stop this episode, close it out, and don't bother with it. Because we're going to go off.
Our main rant is going to be focused towards WWE, but it's possible that a little bit of other wrestling might be thrown in there.
Possibly.
So that's why I said it's our wrestling rant as opposed to our WWE rant.
All right.
First off, let's begin with an interesting fact that you emailed me today.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Yes. That Freddie Prinze Jr.
Like Sarah Michelle Gellar's husband?
Yes. That Sarah Michelle Gellar's husband has joined the WWE creative team.
What?
Officially, the WWE is creatively bankrupt if they have turned to Freddie Prinze Jr. WWE has the monopoly on North American wrestling. They can tap any legend or legends to write for them, but yet they go with soap opera hacks.
Because it is a soap opera.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Okay.
Jason Peaches Jr.
Here's my thing, though. What's wrong with Freddie Prinze Jr.'s career that instead of doing movies like he's supposed to do, he's creative on WWE? Yeah.
Hey, maybe he'll do a good job, but I just have a problem with an outsider writing a wrestling program. There's a skill and an art to it. I don't know.
There is?
Maybe there's not. Maybe I'm wrong.
Excuse me.
But, you know what? Whatever. I hope it works out for him and them. However, if ratings continue to plunge like they have been, consider it another failure in a long line of WWE failures.
Well, here's my thing. When did Vince say, you know what? I think Freddie Prinze Jr. is going to save our company.
Exactly. How did they get to that fucking point? Of all the human... How many people are on Earth? 6-7 billion people? Freddie Prinze Faggot. You know what? You know what he probably did? He probably goes on message boards and fantasy books. I'm Freddie Prinze Jr. and I'm a nerd and I have no career and I'm going to book SummerSlam how it should be. And someone saw that and said, hey, this guy's good. Millions of other nerds do the same shit. And they're called nerds. And they're frowned upon and ridiculed. But Freddie Prinze Jr. gets a friggin' job.
But didn't it say that, like, he had no prior knowledge of wrestling, really? Or
He did, but as far as his wrestling history knowledge, it was hit or miss.
Oh.
And like you said, it's tolerable, but no, it's not. That just proves he's a friggin' outsider who has no real clue. Has he ever trained to be a wrestler? Has he ever headlined WrestleMania? Has he ever been at Does he know what a WrestleMania is? I don't know. It's kind of...
Oh.
Wrestling that I am familiar with and grew up on worked. What's happening now isn't working. The drama that should be there, it's there only in a few storylines. But overall, there's nothing. There is no emotional attachment to any character in any storyline. Like it used to be. But things change, I guess, and maybe today's product is not geared towards me. Or people like me.
Wow. You feel very strongly about this.
Well, you know what? And the thing is, he might do a great job. And that's great too, but what are his credentials?
Yeah.
What has he written? Forget wrestling. What has he written and gotten produced? He's an actor. Is there something we don't know?
Actually, I think he has. I think he's directed and possibly written things.
Okay. A night in Buffy doesn't
I'm
count.
just
okay?
saying. I think he has. I think I've seen his name on things before. But anyway.
Anyway.
All right then. What's our next topic? You wore me out there.
Sorry. Raw. Let's start off with Raw and nitpick the hell out of that.
Okay. My first thing about Raw is that now, ever since the draft, everyone sucks. I mean, not that everybody sucks necessarily so much, but at least when Triple H, and I know people are groaning because you've heard me talk about Triple H before, at least when Triple H was on Raw, there was someone with strength and charisma there that could do the talking, that could wrestle, and now we have Batista, who can't talk, but can kind of wrestle because he's big and strong.
He's a
and
presence. That's
whatever.
all he is.
We have Rey Mysterio, who we never see.
Well, he's injured or something.
Right. But anyway, we have Rey Mysterio, who we never see. We have... who else?
You're forgetting...
CM Punk? Our champion?
You're forgetting John Cena.
Oh, yeah, I did. How did I forget about John Cena?
You want to know my biggest problem with John Cena? Nothing. My biggest problem with, I'm using quotes here with my fingers, John Cena, is that the WWE is force-feeding us this guy. He is not Hulk Hogan. He is not The Rock.
He's not Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He is not even Tito fucking Santana. I don't like his character that he portrays. I think it's retarded. I mean, and you know what? And we've talked about this. He seems like a nice guy. He does have a gift for wrestling. He's got some charisma.
He does.
The ladies love him. They think he's hot.
Yeah.
But
Why
if he wasn't...
aren't we getting something bigger out of
right.
him? Yes.
And why is he being force-fed? I mean...
For the kids, I guess.
I don't know.
Because he has morals, you know.
I don't know.
Hustle, loyalty, respect. Anyway.
Beats me.
You're forgetting we also have on the Raw roster Santino Marella.
Who?
I love.
Very, very charismatic. They didn't look out with him in terms of wrestling ability, but on the mic he is gold.
He's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, and him in recent storylines hooking up with Beth Phoenix. That's just bringing out the best in her because she's just as charismatic. She's a perfect foil to him. You know, this buff chick, and it's just I think they should go places with this.
They got a good starting point with the two of them.
Yes.
Whether they continue that or screw it up,
by the time you listen to this, they will have broken up, feuded, gotten back together, feuded again, and one of them or both would be released and show up in TNA.
All right then. I believe you told me at one point that you read somewhere that they have pushed all of the female wrestlers that can actually wrestle to Raw now.
Yeah, and those who are just eye candy are now on SmackDown.
Yes.
And it shows. I mean, last night we saw Mickie James take on Katie Lee or whatever her name is.
Yes. Haley Burchill.
All looks aside and whatever problems, they wrestled.
Yeah, they did.
So that's a good sign. I mean, I'm not a fan of women wrestling anyway. I know what it is. You know, it's just...
What is it?
It's just for the horny guys out there.
Right.
But, I don't know. They're trying with that. I will give them that.
Another person that I wish would really, really go away.
Oh, don't. Come on.
John Bradshaw Layfield.
I never liked him. Back when he was in the APA and before that when he was Justin Hawk or whatever the hell. Never liked him.
I have seen, because I'm only a fairly recent fan of wrestling, but I've seen tapes, DVDs of him when he was Bradshaw. Okay? I like Bradshaw. Bradshaw to me is entertaining. I cannot stand him as JBL. And I know he's a heel. Maybe I'm not supposed to be able to stand him. But there are heels that are likable. Huh? There are heels that you don't want to just scratch your eyes out.
You don't want to turn
when you
the
see.
channel.
Yeah.
On this guy, you do.
I cannot stand JBL. He's pompous. He's obnoxious.
And it's not all a character.
Exactly. You can tell that he thinks the fucking world of himself, and I'm sorry, but he's not that good. He's old. He's not in shape.
And we're not even watching this Raw show in HD. Can you imagine it in HD?
I don't even want to imagine seeing his body in HD. I'm sorry. I can see it. Yes. This leads me to another Raw, another wrestler on the Raw roster. This guy I have a love-hate relationship with.
Sometimes you love to hate him. Sometimes you hate it because you love him.
That's right. Mr. Christopher Y2J Jericho.
No longer Y2J.
Whatever. Y2J. Now, we love to make fun of Christopher Jericho. By calling him Christopher. Anyway, he can sometimes be so gay. Alright? We have this particular vision of him walking to the ring.
Yeah, to the backstage area, and he's
it's
nodding
priceless.
to people who aren't there and just pulling his tight shirt, looking at his bracelet.
We even have this constant thing going on. We believe that maybe he makes a joke out of it with his wife.
I'm going to be really gay tonight.
How
honey.
gay can you be tonight? It's ridiculous, but you know what? Sometimes I love him so much because he is charismatic.
Right. Yes.
He's not perfect. I wouldn't say he's the face of Raw by any means.
I agree with that.
But when I see him, I brighten up because I know that we're about to either see something really gay or just something that's funny and entertaining.
And the thing is, too, with Chris Jericho, with the promos, lately, he hasn't been giving the stereotypical yelling promo or, you know. Recently, he hasn't raised his voice at all. And that is a true mark of a real great promo guy. And for that, although the other night he did it wasn't his fault that the segment went on a little too long. But, gotta give him something for that.
We have a couple more Raw people. I'm just going to mention two more because they're fairly big names. But we have Shawn Michaels that's still on Raw. HBK. Right now he's out because of his battle with Chris Jericho, where he destroyed his eye, apparently. But you know what? And I know people are going to hoo and ha, especially this one next to me. But Shawn Michaels just doesn't do it for me. Alright? I know he's a legend, and I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler, but I don't have that spark. Now, maybe if I had watched it in the late 80s, early 90s, whatever, I would be a real big HBK psycho. But
well, the thing with, and I agree, like I don't even feel him now since he's come back a couple years ago. However, when he was on his game, he was the man. And I gotta admit, at that time when he was out on his game, I didn't like him. I thought he wasn't charismatic. I thought they were better wrestlers. However, looking back, he was one of the best wrestlers. No, one of the best talents, wrestling talents of the 90s. But now, he doesn't do it for me either.
The final wrestler on the Raw roster that I personally am thinking about right now is Mr. Randy Orton. The age of Orton is dead, apparently. The thing that got me hooked to wrestling, after all of his attempts of getting me to like it, was a match between Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy, in which Jeff Hardy did a swanton off of whatever.
The set rigging.
Yeah, the set. And it was pretty high up. And he just rammed right into Orton. And ever since then, I've been a huge Hardy fan.
Well, ever since then, I've recreated the same stunt several times.
Yeah, right. I don't like Randy Orton. I've never pretended to like Randy Orton.
However,
and I'm not just talking about his character, because I've heard things.
Right.
I mean, he seems like one of these guys that assumes that he's just owed things because he happens to be Bob Orton's son. I'm sorry, but you have to prove yourself. You can't just get handed everything on a silver platter.
At the time that he broke onto the scene, the WWE, they were, and they still are, desperate to find the next big star, so they were throwing things against the wall and see what stunk. And he was one of them.
That stunk.
Right. However, I think we both can agree on this. However, despite our not hate, but not even dislike, just our aversion to Randy Orton, Raw needs him.
Yes.
Raw needs something, but Raw needs Randy Orton.
Especially now, without Triple H, without Jeff Hardy. They need someone to kind of pull it all together, and I think Orton is that person. Because it's obviously not Cena.
Cena's day has come and gone.
It's definitely not JBL.
No.
It's not Jericho.
No,
I'm
his
sorry
days.
to say, but it's not Jericho. Nobody really has that
It factor.
feel to them, and Randy Orton does. And he needs to hurry up and come back from his injury and maybe bring just a little bit of spark back to
Right.
Monday Night Raw. I mean, because right now, it's really boring.
Very boring. Very boring.
But yet, somehow, we still watch it. Anyway.
Moving on to ECW.
ECW.
This isn't the ECW that you want to remember. This is the WWE ECW. And it is slightly a notch higher than Raw, but I think only because it's on for half the time.
Yeah. This is actually supposed to be what it seems like the lowest of the three
C
programs.
show.
But lately, we've been liking it more than Raw and SmackDown.
Right.
Matt Hardy is now on ECW, and I am a huge Matt Hardy fan. He makes the entire show for me. And I think they're also playing on that as well. I mean, not that it's the Matt Hardy show, but I think they know who the real star of the show is.
However,
Not to say there are not others that are good.
After 10 years or more of being in the sports entertainment spotlight, one would assume that Matt and Jeff Hardy would get acting lessons. They are both horrible on the microphone. And I think that's the only thing that's keeping both of them from that next level. That they can't talk to save their lives. They're around because they're flying monkeys and the girls like them. And they sell merchandise. That's it. That's the reason Jeff's still around.
Yeah.
But anyway, Matt Hardy is good. One of the bright spots of ECW.
Who else is on ECW?
Mark Henry. Next.
Moving right along.
You know, Vince loves, and this makes one question his orientation and whatnot. He likes the big guys. He thinks they sell tickets. Maybe they do. But Mark Henry, really? He's been around since probably 97, 98. And no matter what they make us or try to make us believe, Mark Henry will never be a friggin' superstar, a threat to any superstar, or a legend.
But he's the ECW champion right now.
Don't give a shit. That title, this remote control right here has more prestige than the ECW championship.
I like it. I think it's pretty.
Well, that doesn't mean anything, but there's no history to it. There's no lineage. And the lineage that is there is bullshit.
Oh.
Glad to see Tony Atlas working, though, and not scrounging around doing high school shows trying to get $20 to buy some fried chicken. Who else is on ECW? Colin Delaney, which, okay, this storyline, it's over, folks.
So ridiculous.
He's a loser.
He's
we
like
get it.
the puniest little retard ever.
We get it. Let's move on. Fire him. Or keep him around. He could be uncreative. Why not? Tommy Dreamer is probably one of the last ECW originals. I think he does stuff backstage, but don't need to see him anymore. You know, he knows 2 moves and that's about it.
Don't forget the fabulous commentators that we have as well.
Taz,
for ECW.
who Taz is okay as a commentator. He doesn't take any shit.
I like him.
Formerly, it was Joey Styles actually, and I like Joey when he's by himself. Then there was Mike Adamle, horrible, who is now the Raw general manager, who's slightly less horrible. And now it's Todd Grisham, who wrote a couple of great books.
That
A Time to
made
Kill,
into
The
movies.
Firm, The Client, great movies, The Pelican Brief. It's kind of laying low now. I guess he's not really slumming it, I mean, but he looks really younger than I thought he'd be.
Yeah, really.
Todd
He's
Grisham.
accomplished.
Yes. And, yeah, they both, I mean, even the Raw commentators are better, but still, it's not by much.
All right, who else is on ECW?
Who else? Evan
Anybody?
Bourne, who I think is the next breakout star, if he can talk on the mic.
I really like Evan Bourne. I mean, not that we really need another high flyer,
Right.
but he's got something about him.
Yeah.
He isn't just, oh, hey, I'm another guy who can
I'm CM
wrestle.
Punk.
Yeah. He actually seems like he has the energy and possibly the charisma
Hopefully.
to pull it off. So I'm excited to see what happens with Evan Bourne.
Well, knowing the WWE and their track record, nothing will happen. Chavo Guerrero and Bam Neely
Oh, Lord.
don't give a shit about Chavo, never have, really. Or any other Guerrero, for that matter. Bam Neely, I think, is being wasted. He seems to have some kind of charismatic spark.
I keep thinking of all these people that I left out of Raw. I feel
That's
bad.
Next time. It's okay. I know, I thought ECW also has Finley and Hornswoggle, another gimmick that I think has run its course.
Come on, guys. I like Finley, I do. But, I mean, how many times can he fight the Great Khali? How many times can he fight
The Miz and
The
Morrison.
Miz and Morrison? When it happens every week, it's not a big deal. It's not something special.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but that's not a match that I want to see when I saw it last week and the week before and the week before.
Right. I agree.
I mean,
totally agree.
Just because they're really the only tag team that ECW has doesn't mean that they have to continue.
It's the only tag team the freaking WWE has.
I know.
Miz and Morrison, for what they are, they're pretty decent. But again, the WWE's track record, I think they were teasing a split a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago.
I love Miz. I mean, I watched him on Real World Road Rules Challenge. I have a special place in my heart for The Miz. I'm not saying he's a fabulous wrestler or even that great on the mic, but
Still better than...
I do have a special place in my heart for him. So, John Morrison, I think he's better than The Miz.
Oh, yeah. That's
Wrestling
obvious.
and speaking.
Mm-hmm.
But come on, do something with his freaking gear. He looks fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. But, I mean, it brings me back to Mickie James the other night with her huge ass flares on her pants.
Right. They're just trying to make their characters stand out.
Yeah, right. It looks retarded.
I think we covered ECW. The roster is really thin.
Yeah.
Which kind of... I hate the brand split. If you take the best elements from each 3 shows and put them on one show, you'd have a pretty nice show each week.
Or even 2 shows. Like, you could have the big 2-hour show and then a 1-hour show.
I agree with that. I like that idea. I've always have. I agree with that.
But, yeah. The 3, it's just running very thin.
Mm-hmm.
They're boring. Like we said, the best lately is ECW because it's only an hour. And
we fast forward through last
yeah.
Moving on to SmackDowns. SmackDown on Friday nights.
SmackDown, for me, has become, people-wise, the best show. Wrestler-wise. We have Triple H, which you all know that I love.
For better or worse.
For better or worse. We have Edge, who, despite all his personal, I don't even know what to say.
His
Personal problems.
Right. The drama.
He's great. I mean, he really is great. He's entertaining. You like to watch him, even though sometimes it gets a little old because he oversells like everything. But there's something there with him. I mean, I know he's not new or anything, but he continues to have the boyish good looks and charm.
He hasn't aged one day since he first got on the scene.
You have Jeff Hardy, as long as he stays clean.
Actually, as long as his merchandise still sells.
True.
Because since he came back from his suspension, hasn't impressed me at all. And he's definitely paying for his indiscretions by jobbing the last 2 or 3 times.
Let's see, who else do we have at SmackDown?
We do. Big Show.
I like the Big Show. I really do. Now, I know he's not anything, special. He's not Andre. But I like him. There's something about him that I enjoy. As long as they're not doing the Floyd Money Mayweather crap. I mean, that was ridiculous. But I really like Big Show.
He's okay.
I wish they would dress him differently, though.
Right.
But it's a little, redundant, I guess.
And a wrestler named after you because you're so awesome, the Great Kelly.
That's not the Great Kelly. That's the Great Khali.
Right.
And he's not so great.
He's big. That's it.
He's very big.
And he knows 3 moves. Left,
think he
right,
knows
and
3?
chew, but not at the same time.
Well, at least he's not fighting Finley
Again and again.
every show. We have the Edgeheads.
I think they were not used like they should have been.
Yeah.
They should have been exploited. They should have been Edge's lackeys, for real.
I think they definitely dropped the ball with Ryder and Hawkins. I do kind of like it, though, the way they suck up to Vicky Guerrero. I think that's kind of amusing. And to me, it makes me think that one day they're going to break away from Edge and maybe become her lackeys.
Right.
But maybe, I don't know, maybe boost themselves up a little bit. I don't know. Vicky Guerrero, in her only good move since I started watching wrestling, has reinstated The Undertaker after her
The Phenom.
edgy poo
Cheated on her.
with the wedding planner. Don't get any ideas?
I'm not planning weddings, so hey, no problem.
I keep going back to seeing Edge's face, and when Vicky's telling him, and it's just amusing.
The commentators on SmackDown are the best. I think this is the A-team.
By
you have
far.
Jim Ross and Mick Foley. Mick Foley last SmackDown gave hell of a promo with Edge. It's a good segment. Predictable, because I knew what was going to happen, and you probably did too, but yeah, Mick Foley he's not gold on the mic, he's platinum. I mean, he's that good. And he's another guy who doesn't have to raise his voice, but all in all, the product is very lacking.
Yes.
I mean, it has its good weeks. And you do have to give props to the creative team because they have to come up with ideas and scripts for 3 shows a week, 52 weeks a year.
Yeah.
And pay-per-views. And even house shows. But
hiring Freddie Prinze is not going to help them.
This has been going on, this whole wrestling thing has been going on for years. And I don't know if there's a secret formula or not, but it's not that difficult. You know, you use your house shows to hype up TV shows and vice versa, and those will be used to hype up pay-per-views and merchandise. I don't know. You have to give people, the fans, characters to either root for or cheer for, but in the right way.
Yeah.
You don't want someone like a JBL to get on TV and people hate them, but they really hate them, so they'll turn the channel. And you have to give them storylines. Not retardedness like Kane walking around with the bag saying, oh, he's dead, oh, he's not dead, he's dead. That's stupid.
It is stupid.
I don't even care what the payoff is. It's stupid. You know what's a good storyline? The Edge, Vicky, Taker storyline.
Yeah.
That's probably the best storyline the WWE's got right now.
Definitely. Another thing is they have to follow through with their storylines. If they have people feuding 1 minute and then the next minute they're best friends, that's ridiculous. It makes them seem like they're forgetful or just stupid. I mean, and then stuff like the whole thing with Vince McMahon right now.
Right.
What the hell's going on with Vince McMahon? Do we even care? I mean, the first couple of weeks after he was attacked or whatever, you know, Stephanie and Shane McMahon would come on via satellite and say, you have to band together, everybody.
Right.
And they've dropped that. Shane came back and
named a new
whatever.
manager, right?
Who cares?
Well, that angle was just to end the $1 million giveaways, which were bombing and ratings weren't going up like they thought. But still, stupid. They should have just ended the giveaways, just not even mention it ever again, and Vince could never show up again. I mean, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't know which is worse. A glaring storyline in a feud that they, I think, dropped the ball on was the JBL Jericho feud from the beginning of the year.
Yes.
I mean, they had their match or two, and that's it. I don't think it came to a satisfying resolution.
And now they're both vying to win a chance to challenge CM Punk at SummerSlam. Where's that hatred? JBL was really pissed at Christopher Jericho. And the same thing, vice versa.
Right. But there was
and
none
it
of
was
that.
Like, oh, whatever.
No. Now
That's
it's
over.
professional. It was personal, but now it's professional. But then again, you also have to factor in that if the performers get suspended or whatever, that affects the storylines. Prime example, two great examples recently. Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
If he did not, well, then again, you know what? I don't know.
No, I think he would have. He was going that way.
He was. However, I don't think they had faith in him. He should have, because his feud with Randy Orton, that really didn't end.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of personal. And it just, a match, Randy Orton wins, and that's it. You know?
Yeah.
But yes, Jeff screwed Jeff.
Exactly.
You know? I won't argue against that. And the other story angle, or whatever you call it, affected by a performer was the William Regal King of the Ring thing. Which that could have been huge.
Tried to come back and say, don't forget, guys, I'm still your King of the Ring.
Bullshit. Yeah.
After someone has already been renamed as the general manager.
King of the Ring doesn't mean shit now, you know? They have a lot of problems. The DE does.
Yeah.
And the main problem is the boredom-inducing shows.
They really need to cut it down to 2 shows, like a Raw on Monday and maybe an hour of something on Friday or something like that. Not having Raw Monday, ECW Tuesday, SmackDown Friday, Saturday Night Main Event Saturday, SummerSlam Sunday. You know, it's like...
It's too much. Definitely too much.
Obviously, the ratings are going, so why are we dumping all this money into producing these things that nobody's even watching? However, they're still beating TNA in the ratings.
ECW, the C show, consistently beating TNA in the ratings. And some people say ratings don't matter, but I'm afraid that's the proof that people watch, things more than the other.
Because there have been several times when we've just happened to come across TNA, and we'll watch it because even though it is ridiculous, it's more entertaining than any of the 3 shows.
I've never been bored by any TNA that I've seen because it's awful.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie for wrestling fans. Horrible. But that's another episode. Plus, I don't think we watch enough TNA to really comment on it. But not that we will. But there you have it.
So that's our wrestling rant, our 40-minute long wrestling rant.
That no one will have any interest in but us.
Probably
and
not.
We're not even going to listen to this shit.
That's alright. We just had to get it out, I guess. We've been
I don't know if I feel better or worse,
up
though.
some of these things lately, and
it just makes me want a change, and it's not going to happen.
Well, maybe we just need to stop watching.
That's the logical solution. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Maybe we need to stop watching until, the holiday time when the regular shows go on hiatus for the holidays, and see if they've improved anything and see which storylines are still going on badly. Anywho, I guess our wrestling rant is over.
It's over. Ring the bell. We're done.
Alright. Did we win by disqualification or
I would call
count out?
The decision a double count out.
Wow.
Yeah. So no winner, no loser.
Alright.
For the rematch next Tuesday.
Okay.
Fatal 4-Way.
Woohoo!
I'm Eliminator.
And I am Special KO.
And we are nerds.
Yes, we are. But that's okay, because if you actually made it through this entire rant, you must be a nerd too! Congratulations! If you actually email us and tell us that you listened to our entire wrestling episode, I will send you a certificate of completion of Wrestling Nerd Rant Camp.
Basically, she's just going to write in an email, certificate of completion of Wrestling Nerd Camp.
I have print shop. I can, do it up, dude. Alright? But you actually have to email us to tell us that you made it through the whole thing, so.
Through the whole thing.
Yeah. Alright. That is all.
And honestly, this may be our final episode.